Hey guys, so today I'm gonna do a kind of different video than anything that I've really seen around, but I wanted to do something on like the top 10 things, or not the top 10 things, just a few things from the drugstore that I think are worth it, but they're more on the pricier side. So I know that there are a lot of like top 10 under 10 videos and like top 5 under 5. These are on the pricier side of the drugstore, but I still think that they deserve to be mentioned because, like, I feel like they're still a good deal for what they are. And usually you can find good sales on these, and I feel like these somehow get kind of left out and not really talked about as much. So I wanted to give them some love today and let you guys know. I don't know if I'm really going to talk about specific products. I'm more going to mention like some brands that are a little on the splurgier side and some of the products that I like from those brands. So yeah, let me just get right into it. The first brand I'm going to mention is probably the splurgiest out of all of these, and that's Pixie by Petra. I feel like you can find some good deals on these stuff at Target, and that's usually when I'll pick something up because sometimes it's just like, oh, that's $17 or something for that palette. Like, I don't know if I would use it enough for that. This one I actually got at a discount store. I forget how much it was there. I haven't used this in a while either. It's so pretty. But when I first tried Pixie by Petra, it was from a similar palette to this, and I think I actually still have that palette too. And the last time I checked, because I was gonna like declutter some older things that I didn't think would work anymore, it still looked really nice. So I don't think I decluttered it because I'm like, you know, I could still use this and it would still be good. But they usually about every holiday season they will come out with like some sort of like kit with all these shadows and stuff, and all of the, like, one year it was like all highlight and blush colors. This looks like it's mostly highlights. I guess there are some colors that you could use as blushes in there also, but it's a really nice like little book. It's very like kind of compact but still like sturdy. And I like the packaging of it and everything. It's very pretty, and yeah, I think that these are good. Usually, I think when they first come out, I think they're usually like $20 maybe, but they're pretty good. And now Pixie by Petra's at Ulta too, so that's kind of cool. You can usually, like, I got this at a discount store. I forget the price. I want to say it was around $8 maybe, $9, $10. I don't really know. But it was a good product. And I was like, I need to pick this up because, like, that's a good deal for these types of palettes. And the first one that I tried that I picked up was on sale after Christmas. And I don't remember how much it was or anything. It was a very long time ago. But that one was on sale for a good price, too. So you can definitely find these for cheaper than the original price. But if you really want to get your hands on it, it is probably worth the original price that they're, you know, asking for. And like I have the It's Judy Time palette from Pixie too, and that's really good. And I know that they have a lot of other palettes in that similar like formula where the packaging is just very simple but very sturdy. And usually like for the Judy Time one, I know that they had a mirror that you could like clip on the back, which I thought was kind of cool, and all the shadows were like really big, so I think I even used some of them as like blushes and highlights and stuff, and it worked really well. And I have that Judy Time palette somewhere too, but couldn't find it for this video. But yeah, that's a really good palette, and I like their highlighters too. I have one by Aspen Ovard. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but her first name's Aspen, which you guys know is my boyfriend's name. So, and when I first got the highlight, I'm like, it's by Aspie Novard, because I was thinking like, I don't know, for some reason it reminded me of the Rugrats logo with the Clospy Sugar or whatever. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of at first, and I thought it was Aspie Novard, and it's Aspen Ovard, which is funny. But that highlight is really, really pretty too. I couldn't find it right now for this video, but I do really like that. And I definitely want to try more from Pixie because I do think that they're one of those brands that are like consistently pretty good. And I heard Tati mention them a lot in her favorites videos this year. So even though it's a little bit of a pricier brand that, you know, I don't know if I could really consider Drugstore because like $20 is kind of a lot for something that's considered drugstore. If they sold this at Sephora, I think people would be like, wow, that's a cheap brand to have at Sephora. Like, it's somewhere in the middle there, but it's a good brand to check out anyway. And I think that they deserve a little bit more love because I feel like they don't get it as much because of the fact that they're kind of in the middle. Flower Beauty is another brand that definitely deserves a lot of love. They have some of my favorite products from the drugstore. This foundation, I think, is just my favorite foundation, period. It's the Light Illusion foundation. And it's so good. I feel like it's full coverage, but it, like, works for my type of skin. And I think they have other foundations that might work for different sorts of skin tones, but it's really good. I think it's like $13 or $14, but I really like it. And then they have this Flower Beauty palette. This was one of my favorite palettes last year. This is the Wonderlust eyeshadow palette in Austin Downtown Dusk. This is such a nice palette, like for summer and for fall, I think. This is especially good. It's really easy to come up with looks for this palette, and it's one of those things that I just kind of picked up on a whim, and I ended up absolutely loving. The only bad thing about this is the packaging. Like, this kind of just breaks off right away. And I have another palette like this too. I don't like that one quite as much, so I didn't really want to mention it in this video. But I have another palette from Wonder Beauty, and I have the same problem with that one, where this sort of just broke off. So I noticed that this disappeared from Ulta's website, which scares me, but maybe they're working on a better sort of packaging system for this. Either way, this is great. If you can find it, I would definitely recommend this Austin one. It's really good. And also from Flower Beauty, I do have one of their highlight palettes, and I liked that a lot, and I like their lipsticks a lot too. Flower Beauty in general is just a really good brand that I think is worth it. Next up, ColourPop. These, I think, are about $12, so this isn't too much of a splurge. I don't know if you can get this palette anymore, because I didn't see it on Ulta's site anywhere, and I didn't really see it on ColourPop's website, so I'm glad I picked this up when I did. I haven't used it a ton, but I really liked the look that I got out of it, and, like, ColourPop shadows are just really good. I have a few palettes from them. This was just the one that I had closest to me, and that I'll probably do a look with soon, because, I mean, it's just so pretty. Look at that. And, like, these, like, silver shades aren't exactly something that I would wear on the regular, but I think that they pair nicely with a lot of these other colors. And you could get, like, a nice, like, springtime look with this, so I'm excited about that for the springtime. But, yeah, the ColourPop just has good stuff. Most of it's under 10, but I know the eyeshadow palettes are a little bit pricier, so I wanted to give them some love on here. And Maybelline's another one of those brands that, like, usually you can find something under $10 from the brand. But it's easy to find stuff that's over $10, and here are some of the over $10 or probably about $10 things that are really good. It's this palette, which is one of my favorite palettes, just in general. I think it's just one of the best neutral palettes that's out there. And, like, it's nice because these mattes are really nice, the shimmers are really nice. It's, like, kind of broken down into, like, a cooler section over here and then a warmer section here. So I think it's good for beginners, but also, like, if you're not a beginner, I feel like I can get a lot of looks with this without it getting boring. So this is definitely, like, one of those fun palettes. I haven't used it in a little bit, and I'm like, I need to use this again because it's just a fun one. And the foundation, which I'm probably going to have some sort of fuller review on soon, the Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation with hyaluronic acid and collagen. So this really does, like, it kind of plumps up your face and gives it, like, a nice youthful look. I keep saying that. It works for my dry skin, and it does give a nice coverage. Overall, I really like this product, and it's just good. It blends easily. It's a good product. I feel like most Maybelline lip products are around the $10 range, but yeah, I've pretty much had luck with any Maybelline lip products that I like anyway. So if they do have, like, a buy one, get one half deal, I feel like that makes it, like, a little bit more than $10 because you're getting 2 lipsticks for probably a little bit over $10, probably not that much over $10, but yeah, I feel like I'm gonna include lipsticks in this category. I like the For Me line. Like a few of these colors that's like pink for me. This one's mauve for me. I have Spice for me, Ruby for me, and I think plum for me too. They're just nice. They're supposed to be like universally flattering. I think there's only one that I don't have, and I think it's like red for me. Because there was a ruby for me, and then there was like another color, and they were like basically the same color. So I'm like, I'm not gonna wear both of these colors a lot, I don't think. So I don't really need two of them, but I really like the formula of those, and I think that that's a cool concept. I like their matte ink liquid lipsticks. Yeah, I have one of those. This is in the color Lover. These might be a little bit more than $10, but these are really good too. I just showed this in my other video, but this is what I'm wearing now. It's the Superstay Matte Ink Crayon. This is this is a little bit under $10, but I think it's like $9.50 or something. So depending where you go, it might be $10 or over, and I think that this is worth it too. And last but not least, I haven't tried a lot from Revlon. They're just a brand that, like, I don't know, I should probably try more from, but I don't hear a lot about them. But I did try this primer recently, and you guys have probably heard me talk about this a lot too. This is a really good primer because, like, I feel like a lot of oil primers don't really prime. Like, you can use it as an oil, but you have to still wear something over it to, like, keep your makeup on. This will hydrate and it will keep your makeup on. So I think that's really cool. I just like this a lot. It's easy to apply too. And, like, you don't need a lot for it to, like, go on. So I feel like this is gonna last better than a lot of other primers. And there's, like, a lot in here too. Like, I don't know. I think it's just nice. I think they have other ones other than just a hydrating one. They probably have an anti-aging one or something like that too. So if you have different skin concerns, like, look for the one with your skin concern. But I think that that's a good product also. And yeah, I really like that a lot. I think it was around $13, but I would definitely recommend it. Way better than, like, other primers that I've tried, either from the drugstore or, like, high-end ones. I just think it's a good one. So yeah. And then there are brands like Physicians Formula, which I want to mention because I feel like they can be worth it, but also maybe watch where you buy it, because I know the prices for Physicians Formula at Walmart are a little bit cheaper than anywhere else. So, like, if you buy it at Walmart, it might be closer to the $10 range instead of, like, you know, $15, $16, which it is at, like, Ulta and Target. And yeah, I like their palettes too, but I don't know if they're worth that price. I feel like you can find them on sale a lot at, like, Target and stuff, but yeah. And a lot of people are saying that, like, a problem with Physicians Formula is that they change out their products so often that, like, you might really like one of their foundations they're, like, discontinuing right now, and a lot of people loved that foundation, and I just got rid of mine. I think it was called the Healthy Foundation, and it came with, like, a doe foot applicator, which a lot of people didn't like, but I really liked because you could just kind of dab it on and get it on in a hurry. I just got rid of that because it was, like, a little bit too old and mine kind of didn't smell so great, so I got rid of that recently, but it was a good foundation. But now they're discontinuing it, and I'm like, what the hell, Physicians Formula? So just kind of be wary of where you buy Physicians Formula. I have also seen them at discount stores, and they're, like, super cheap at discount stores. So if you shop at one of those places a lot, you'll probably like it. And, you know, look for the Physicians Formula in that section, because they're usually, like, really cheap, and they go on sale pretty soon too. Like, you know, they go on sale often because they usually get, like, a lot of them in. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about all those products. I hope you guys liked this video. I thought it was a little bit different. Let me know some of your products that are sort of in the middle range of this. BH Cosmetics is another good brand, but I feel like you can find a lot of stuff for $10 from BH Cosmetics, and, like, Revolution Beauty and stuff too. Those were brands I was thinking of including, but I feel like you can find stuff for $10, or you could wait till it goes on sale for $10. And yeah. So those are just my little thoughts, and I hope you guys liked this, and I'll see you guys all soon. Bye!